ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Kelly Bates.
Well, good evening and welcome back. So far, here's our day in a nutshell. We did make it to 80 degrees, despite the fact we had an awful lot of clouds, which is technically warmer than average. But we did pick up almost 7/10 of an inch in rain yesterday and today added together. We're still below normal in terms of rainfall for the month. And I wanted to show you your averages, 59, 77. We are headed back to those kinds of numbers, but to get there, it's going to take till about Thursday. So between here and there, we have this warm trend in place. We also have a good deal of cloudiness, and of course, we saw all that rain. Our current temperatures on the way down. We're in the lower 70s across the region, and you bet we are matching it up with our dew points. Now, our dew points in the 60s indicate mugginess, general mugginess that you would see in summertime, but dew points in the 70s, where we've been hanging out lately, does indicate that we have almost tropical type humidity. I like to call it the air you can wear. It indicates a bad hair day all around, and our humidity trend is going to hold that for the next 3 days. But once we get to Thursday, we're going to see those dew points drop from near 70 into the lower 50s. So that's what that is. It's not an error. We are going to see a very rapid improvement for us in terms of humidity. But again, it is 4 days away from here. Now, our winds are generally light to calm. Light and variable winds are going to be with us during the overnight, and that's going to actually help us develop and thicken up some patchy, potentially locally dense fog during the overnight. Now, in terms of observed rain over the past 24 hours, here's our area in Providence County that saw the most real intense. Most of it came down a relatively short amount of time, and that's why if you lived in that area, your phone probably went nuts with that the warning that came out, the flash flood warning. All warnings, though, have expired locally. We have nothing to worry about, at least for now. I also checked our rivers and streams, but because we had done a decent amount of time without heavy rain, all rivers and streams are looking great, so we're not doing any localized flooding there. Satellite radar showing the rain kind of like around us right now, and it's tapering off. It's becoming really light. So this is all caused by the same feature that's been here for the past couple of days. It's a stationary front, and as noted by its name, it's not going anywhere. So as long as it's here, we're going to repeat this pattern, and that's what's going to be here between now and Wednesday, the same front. So as we go to tonight, we're likely going to see a good deal of clouds. We'll roll in some patches of fog, and that'll be how we start tomorrow. Once we hit tomorrow afternoon and evening, we'll likely pop up some showers, chance of thunderstorm during the late commute as well. So please keep that in mind. That could cause some rapid localized flooding should we indeed find those guys develop. And then as we hit the night, everything sort of winds down. Rinse and repeat for Tuesday. So pretty much the same deal. And it honestly makes it easy but frustrating to forecast at the same time. But there are other things we can look at weather-wise, and one of them is Hurricane Lee. So we have Hurricane Lee, and it is brushing by the Caribbean to the north of the Caribbean, and it is expected to get pulled to make a hard turn to the north as we go into the week ahead. It has increased intensity back up to a major Category 3 hurricane, and it again is expected to take that turn. By the time we get to the end of the work week, it will likely be located somewhere between Bermuda and the mid-Atlantic coast. But we're going to start to see some effects from Lee locally building through the course of the week in terms of high surf, rip currents that will be dangerous, and also the potential of seeing some beach erosion. So when we put our two main models next to each other and go run after run, we are finding a pretty good consensus, holding it to our east. But still, the question is, will it be close enough to give us any effects in terms of cloud or even some outer rain bands? And that's what still has yet to be sort of nailed down. Here are the rest of the models that we use, by the way, and they are also going with a good offshore consensus for us in southern New England. But the Maritimes of Canada and possibly even Maine may be getting into the storm with a more direct kind of deal. So we, of course, will be watching it for you very carefully. For tonight, though, clouds, scattered showers, chance of a thunderstorm, but really most of us will just see the development of some patchy fog with some light and variable winds. Your forecast for tomorrow looking eerily similar to today. We are expecting scattered showers and thunderstorms after morning fog and mostly cloudy skies. It will be muggy with a temp near 80. And here's our extended forecast. Again, just unsettled and kind of icky through midweek. But once we get to Thursday, we're looking at some really super awesome days as temperatures will be more seasonable and humidity-wise will be in much better shape. Our dew points will likely be